Good morning, very good morning, everyone. So I think, can you please confirm if anyone can view my screen and you are able to hear my voice?
Yes, sir, we can able to see and loud and clear your voices.
Yes, Kumar.
Okay, okay, yeah. Thank you. Thanks for confirming. Right. So, thanks for everyone for joining this session. So I personally warm welcome each and everyone for today's session, which is on Oracle Fusion Financials, a demo session. So today we will discuss what this course is about and how it is going to be helpful for you people for building a career in the IT space, right? So before joining into the agenda, right? So there are people from the different backgrounds and different IT backgrounds or maybe different educational backgrounds, right? So just let me introduce what are the kind of people that we have in the session for today, and we'll take it forward from there, right? So the people who are in this demo session, personally, I spoke to a few of them, right? So few of them are the fresh graduates, be it from their MBAs or BTech graduates, and people from they have done their graduation and they might have career gaps, and people are working in IT industry, so maybe they are working on a different technology, and there are people who are working on non-IT background and people who wants to switch into IT, right? So these are all the different people belongs to these different vertical, different sector, different backgrounds are part of this session today, right? So we will we will discuss how it is going to helpful for you people to build a better career in the IT space, right? And more important, the course which we are seeing on your screen, which is Oracle Fusion Financials, right? It is a non-coding technology where you do not need to deal with any coding of the technology. You don't need to develop anything. The product is already well being developed and it is being given as in a package, right? So it is how you are going to configure the application to the various businesses and how it can be taken forward, right? The bottom line is this technology doesn't need any coding. Okay, so before before setting up the agenda, right, let me take an opportunity to introduce myself, right? Myself, Tirupati, you can call me as in Thiru, right? Myself, Thiru, an Oracle certified implementation specialist with overall 17 years of experience in the IT space, right? Out of which 15 years is into Oracle consulting, right? I started my career as an 11i consultant and then progressed into release 12. These are the earlier versions of the Oracle product. Right now, what we are going to discuss later, I switched into my career into Oracle Fusion, and I've been working as a Fusion consultant for last 8 years. Right, throughout my 15 years of experience, I've worked on various implementation projects which covers various industry sectors. Or throughout my career, I've done 10 plus implementations and I've worked on more than 5 plus in support assignments, right? We will see what is an implementation project, what is a support project. We will discuss that at later part of the session or maybe throughout the course curriculum, right? So so uh, so in the last 8 years, as I said, I'm working as a fusion consultant, right? So along with that, I also started as by passion, I started teaching people, and so far I've trained 1,000+ people as part of my training career. Right. So the client which I worked are belong to different, as I said, are belongs to different verticals, different sectors. The companies which I worked on belongs to, are they operate in different industry sectors which spreaded across the globe. I worked in the regions like United States, US, the most of the Europe region, Middle East region, North American countries, like the customers which are spread across these regions, for which I worked as a consultant as part of my employment curriculum. Right. So this is about myself. And moving on to Triotech. Right. So what is the Triotech, how it is started, when it started, how it is evaluated in the training space, right? That is where right now we are in right now, right? So Triotech is started in 2015, and main purpose is to train the students in the Oracle space, which covers for the various offerings of Fusion application, right? So it started in 2015 in Hyderabad, and it so far trained 20,000 people. And if you see here, there are 20,000+ people trained so far from this institute, and which covers 1,000+ batches. And we have 40+ instructor, well trained, well experienced, and in terms of working experience as well as our training experience. So the instructor, 40+ well trained instructor you have here to train the students. And the success rate of the student is over 99%, where you can place yourself in any organization to work as a consultant, right? Along with that, at Triotech, you would also see we are also offering a corporate training as well, right? Where we train the students in institute, as well as there would be corporates. They'll be reaching us to train their employees on Fusion technologies, right? So those are the few logos which you can see on the screen, right? DHL, Amway, American Express, and TPI, Tech Mahindra. Few of them are logos you can see on the screen, where the trainers at Triotech went into this client location and delivered the training to their employees. So once you are done into this training, right, you might come into you might be thinking, right, how it is useful to me as a student, right? How it going to help to me to build the career, right? First of all, who are all eligible for this course, right? So anyone, any educational background, they are eligible for this course, be it you're an accounting background student, or a non-accounting, which may be from a BTech, or any other course, any other degree is eligible for this course. And more important, this course doesn't require any coding skills. That is more important, right? So how it is going to help? Once you are completed with your course, you are going to get an opportunity in IT space, right? So which is going to get you high pay in the IT industry. Okay, so maybe you can see yourself after 4 or 5 years in a good amount of a place where you can draw good amount of salaries, right? So bottom line is, this course is eligible for anyone from any educational background. All you need to do is, you need to spend good amount of 3 months of time here, so that you can make yourself as an IT consultant, right? So our admin team might be reaching out to you to provide your information, just please fill that parallelly while the session is going on. Right? So, moving on to the agenda for today. Right? So, agenda for today is introduction to ERP. What is ERP? Right? Why this ERP is coming into picture? Where we have spoken about the Oracle Fusion Financials, but we are portraying something different as an ERP. What is ERP? Right? Is the Oracle only the ERP available in the market, or are there any different uh, players in the market? Right? If there are different vendors in the market, how Oracle is different from the other? Right? You are going to choose Oracle as in your career path going forward, right? So how it is different from the other ERP vendors, and how it is going to helpful for you to build your career in the IT space, right? So that is we are going to cover as part of our agenda, right? So that along with that, as a package, as a software package, what is Oracle is going to give, right? What are the, as a package, what are the various offerings, various modules that the Oracle has, and what are the various, out of which, what modules you are going to get trained, right? So what modules you are going to get trained, and also what is the content that we are going to cover as part of this training. And once the training is completed, right, there would be an aftermarket help that you are going to get from the Triotech. That is why I'm going to explain why you should choose Triotech, right? Broadly, this is about the agenda for today. And just moving on to the ERP, introduction to ERP, right? So what is ERP? So ERP is an acronym which stands for Enterprise Resource Planning, and it is a package software that is used to record, manage, report, and streamline the business operations of an enterprise. Right? This two-liner sentence, it has a broader view. Right? What is a package? In first term, ERP is an enterprise resource planning, and I said it is a package software. And this software is going to used to record, manage, report, and streamline the business operations or business process of an enterprise. You would hear business processes. This term you would hear a lot throughout this your training sessions, as well as once you are placed yourself as an consultant, Oracle consultant in the IT world, you would hear this word a lot, right? What is this business processes? We will see that as well, right? So in first place, so when I say ERP, enterprise resource planning, is it an essential for enterprises? Right? Why can't the enterprises deal without ERP? Can they operate without any other software as an package for themselves? Right? If the ERPs are essential for enterprise, in what way? Right? There's something this package is going to add as an advantage, or it is helpful for the enterprises to operate their day-to-day business operations, right? What could be that? As an enterprise, right, it might be having its objectives when in terms of choosing their software as an technology to record their business processes, right? What it could be, each enterprise will have a most important component called is data. How this data is going to be managed, and how this data is being secured, right? So most important thing is managing the data and secure the data, secure the resources, and effectively record the business transactions and business processes, right? So to facilitate these objectives of an organization, of an enterprise, yes, ERPs are mandatory. There should be an ERP which should get implemented for any enterprise to maintain their business transactions or business processes, right? So what could be the business processes in that case, right? So as I said, you would hear this term a lot. What could be the business processes that comes into picture when an enterprise is operating, right? As an enterprise, it might be into different business business divisions, business sectors. Maybe some companies into consulting, IT consulting, maybe some companies, some enterprise will be into manufacturing, some will be doing only the distribution area, right? So each of this process, as a company, it does its process, right? Maybe let's say if you take as an example of manufacturing company, right? So as an enterprise, there would be number of business processes that include in day-to-day operations of that organization, right? Let's say a company which is into manufacturing, let's say, maybe a healthcare manufacturing, right? So it manufacture the medicine. Let's say it manufacturing the medicine, and for manufacturing this medicine, it might procure various materials which are the ingredients, or which are the raw material for one of the finished product, right? So to procure that material, there should be a procurement activity should happen, right? What is that procurement? Procurement is nothing but your purchasing, right? This is one of the business process where the company is going to have its own people, right? So once the material is being procured, right, so there would be various documents that gets involved in the purchasing process. Once the purchasing is done, obviously you will be making, as a company, when I say it is an enterprise, is going to make the payments for the purchasing activity that is being done, right? That is a payments is one of the business process area. Again, this business process payment has various business sub processes as well. Just I'm taking the higher level business process, right? So once this manufactured, once the finished product is manufactured, right, it has to be sell. This enterprise looks to sell its product in the open market, right? It involves your sales activity. Once the product is sold in the open market, right, company try to record its revenue, sales revenue. Once the product is sold, obviously the customer is going to pay. Customer is going to make the payment. The payment has to be recorded, right? That part you call it as a revenue, right? And the payments, whether the payments are the receivables, right? The customer receivables or the supplier payments. When here I use the term supplier and customer, these are your company's key data, which each company is going to try to have a better control over their customers and suppliers data, right? So these suppliers and customers data, the payments, either payments or receipts are going to be done through your banking application, right? These are all your business processes, right? So, and all these business processes has to be maintained in an accurate way, and each of this department data has to be secured to that own department. Let's say there is a purchasing department having its purchasing people, right? The purchasing people should not be able to access the other department's data as well, right? If you are an employee, as an employee, you should access only your data. You shouldn't be able to view the other employees' data, right? That is what is the security I was talking about, right? Similarly, each of the department is going to play a role as an within the enterprise, and that enterprise data has to be secure to that specific department, right? So facilitating this facilitate this process, way of recording this process, right? This to record that, to report, obviously ERPs are needed. Okay, so without ERPs, it is going to be tough. Financials or whatever may be the enterprise data for to maintain that, obviously one of the ERPs should be implemented for an enterprise. Okay, so why it is if that is the case, why the ERPs are essential, right? So why the ERPs? As I said, these are the processes which needs to be get recorded and which needs to be secured, and more important, a timely reporting which is helpful for the company to take the decision making process, right? That you call as a reporting, right? So the detailed reporting is also possible by if the enterprises maintain its data in the one of the ERP packages, right? So let's say if just an example, just to make it further clear, right? So if you take, as I said, a medical company as an example, enterprise as an example, right? Maybe there would be enterprises which only deals with the purchasing and selling activity. They may not involve in the manufacturing activity, right? In some of the manufacturing, if it would be interesting if you hear about the manufacturing, right? So there would be an to get the revenue piece, right? You should know what is the quantity, what is the item I'm manufacturing, what are the components, what is cost involved. These are the key factors to derive your item, right? So whatever the product you are selling, right? So for that, let's say there is an example. Let's say the organization is into let's say a manufacturing into your hatcheries, let's say, right? So one of the bird is being initially brought into business, and it will be grown up, right? Maybe your sheeps or your chickens, if you take as an example, right? Once it's grown up, what price at which it is going to be sold, what is the revenue I'm getting out of it, right? What is the product which is doing better, what is the product which is not doing better, where do I need my improvement in the products as an enterprise, right? To track all these things, yes, ERPs are mandatory, right? So if the having said that, if the ERPs are mandatory, then what are the ERPs that are available in the market, right? So is the Oracle is only ERP vendor in the world, or do we have any other ERPs available in the market, right? So when I speak on the ERPs, various ERPs in the market, yes, we have multiple ERPs available in the market, which are Oracle. It has its own EBS. It had its own EBS. So now also it exists, which you call as an on-premise. We will see that what is an on-premise, what is cloud. We will see maybe in tomorrow's session. But Oracle also has its an ERP, which is EBS suite, right? And SAP, one of the competitor, and PeopleSoft, JD Edwards, Hyperion, Siebel, Primavera, NetSuite, the recent addition Workday, right? So all these vendors all these ERP vendors, they have their own product, which means all of this ERP, maybe the name it is called with, is going to fulfill the business processes that we discussed so far in this Excel, right? So then if the these are the vendors available, these are the various ERPs available in the market, right? Which one to choose as a customer, which one to choose as an aspirant job seeker, which one to learn, right? So as we know, not everyone is perfect in all the things, right? So taking that as a tagline, taking that as a bottom line, right? Each of these vendors, each of these ERPs are well known in some of their spaces. Oracle EBS was a good in handling the financial side. SAP was good in material management as well as HRMS. Even PeopleSoft was a very well known product for HRMS services. What is HRMS? It is to maintain the employee data, right? As you are going to join as an employee in any of the company, right? So your onboarding to your performance appraisal, your learning module, your time management, your payroll, everything is going to be handled in your HRMS, right? PeopleSoft was well known for this HRMS services. And JD Edwards was well known for procurement, and as well as it was well known for financials as well. Hyperion, it was a known product for reporting as well as budgeting concepts. Okay. Siebel was known for customer relationship management, CRM. Primavera is well known for your project management. NetSuite is known for your manufacturing tracking related activities. And the recent addition Workday, it is a cream product. It is a known product for the HRMS services, right? So it doesn't mean that these packages, these softwares are not fulfilled. They doesn't fulfill the other business requirement. It is not the case, but each of the product is good in some areas, right? So taking that from the
Thiru, your voice is breaking. We are not able to hear you.
product from the ERPs. And so how about now? Just
Yeah,
let me
it's fine
check
now.
my internet once. It's fine. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Of Oracle, right? So what Oracle has acquired majority of these technologies, Siebel, Primavera, and even NetSuite, right? What Oracle has done is it acquired all these technologies, and by taking the best part of these technologies, right? They have consolidated these technologies and build a new product which is called Oracle Fusion Applications, right? So customer doesn't need to go. If I have to, if the customer is wants to go for let's say for HRMS, I want to go for in PeopleSoft, and financials, I want to go for in Oracle, right? Because customers also looks to have a better technology to track their business operations, right? So to facilitate that, Oracle has done by acquiring these entities, it has brought in and put all the best features from these technologies and built a new product called Fusion Applications, right? So what is the benefit, right? So now customers can go and subscribe for only one application, which is Fusion Application, which can cater to their entire business requirement, business processes, right? So then how it is going to be helpful us as an job seekers, right? Obviously, when a product is a good product which is delivering well in the market, obviously this technology is going to have an advantage in the market when you are looking for the jobs, right? You will also have a longer career when you are compared to other ERPs as well, right? So as I said, so after acquiring, it started building the Fusion application. It is not the case that in one go the a very well better product would come out of as an output of the development, right? So obviously the product in any business scenario, maybe in any, even if you take any example, right? A product will be delivered first, developed first, and then it will be refined further, right? So similarly, after acquiring these ERPs, various ERPs in the market, right? Oracle has started building this package and released it Fusion application somewhere in 2011 as in their beta version, right? That you call as an R11, 2011, right? Right. So each from this, Oracle has built in each year it started to upgrade its product. It started to add, refine its product, and it used to release in the market. That you call as in release. That is the acronym R stands for, right? So so after this 11 till 2017, it started releasing the versions, right? 30, right? So from here your application is got stabilized, and from here Oracle is adding quarterly releases. We will discuss about that in our upcoming session, maybe later today or maybe tomorrow, right? So the bottom line here, the key takeaway from here is Oracle has acquired various other technologies from in the market, and they built in a good product which you call Oracle Fusion, right? It is going to cater to the enterprises business requirement, right? From your financials, right? So your HRMS, your procurement, your supply chain management, right? So these are different business processes are going to be handled by using this Oracle Fusion technology, right? So if we have Oracle as an one of the ERP vendor, right? Why you should choose Oracle? Why Oracle? Why we should learn Oracle, right? Because as I said, Oracle has made its product out of the best out of various other products, and also it has a good amount of product families or coverings that you call. We will see what is a offering, what is a product family. We will see that as well once we are in the application, right? So in short, Oracle has a scope to cover the enterprise requirements, right? So it has a wider scope in terms of the product offering, and it also has an inbuilt integration among the various business processes, right? I said there are various product families. How these product families are get connected? When I say product family, financials, that where you are going to learn. HRMS in another one, which you call as an HCM, right? Procurement is another offering, right? Supply chain management, SCM in another offering, right? So each of this offering is going to facilitate some purpose, is going to facilitate, is going to record some business processes, right? Then how these product offerings are going to be interconnected, that you call as an integration generally in ERP world, right? These integrations are well built within Oracle applications, Oracle Fusion applications. And even Oracle also being built in such a way, it can also easily get connected to the any other third-party applications as well. Let's say customer has chosen Oracle as a package, but maybe for some of the business processes, they might be using a different ERP, right? Then how these systems are going to get connected? Obviously, the data should be maintained in one source and the data has to come into Fusion, right? Even for that, to facilitate that also, Oracle has built in a plugin kind of an integrations, right? That is clearly giving an edge in the market. And this Fusion is an end user friendly, as well as this Fusion application also an easy to configure. Easy to configure, that is where we are going to work, and end user friendly when I say the business is going to use. Even business users also get frustrated with the application. If they are not comfortable with the application, obviously company will never subscribe for Oracle, right? And in the previous slides also, as I said, security, data security is one of the key component of any enterprise. That security is being tightly laid down in Oracle, right? And the timely and meaningful reporting, whatever the data is going to be represented in various platforms, various dimensions. Based on that, the various reporting can also easily be done in Oracle Fusion application. This is one of the key advantage having Oracle as a package for any enterprise, right? Obviously, if the enterprise chooses Oracle, you will get a more prospects, more opportunities in the market, right? And now Oracle has been emerged as a number one in the ERP spaces. It even surpassed SAP as well. And imagine in 2025, Oracle cloud revenue was $14 billion, whereas Oracle has set this to $144 billion by 2030. You can imagine what is the target they have set, right? So $14 to 144, 14 billion to 144 billion. This is what they are trying to expand. This is what they are trying to see themselves in the market by 2030, within span of 5 years, right? So obviously you are going to get more number of opportunities in the coming future, right? That is why Oracle is a best technology in the ERP, right? So I said product families and offering, right? So what is a product? What is a family? What is a product family? What is the offering, right? So what ERP Oracle has done is, not only Oracle but any ERPs, right? So they would offer the package into some buckets, some pieces, right? Some as a package to classified as an package, right? So Oracle, similarly, Oracle also has good wide scope of offerings and product families, which you call, and each of this product family will serve some purpose. That purpose you call as a module, right? So let's see what are those product families that you can see in Oracle Fusion applications, right? So One of them is the financial management, which you call as in financials. That is where we are going to get trained, right? So it covers as a financial management offering. It offers various other modules. It includes various other modules, right? What are those? Your general ledger, your accounts payable, asset management, you call and fixed assets, your payments and collections, accounts receivables, cash management and expenses, right? These are core modules, core finance, I can say. There are other add-ons as well, right? So this is only about the financials, but what about the other one, right? If you take as an human capital management as in one of the product, this product comes with various other modules as well. Your global human resources, your employee benefits, talent review, payroll, right? Performance management, right? Compensation. These are a part of your human capital management. And supply chain, right? Supply chain, where it talks about your supplying, you're maintaining your inventories. When I say you, it is an enterprise. It's enterprise inventories. What are the inventories it has? What are the finished goods it has, right? How they are gonna procure the material, how they are gonna sell the finished product, right? What are my sales activities which I'm supposed to disperse, right? What are the material that I'm gonna procure in the nearest future, right? This entire concepts are going to be handling your supply chain management by with the scope of these modules, right? There is also an Oracle Fusion portfolio management, which you call as an PPM. It deals with project costing, project building, right? Your project performance management, your project contracts, as well as your project integration gateway, right? So similarly, there is an Oracle Fusion procurement as well. It predominantly procurement talks about your procurement activity, where you are purchasing from the vendors. And you even have Oracle Fusion CRM as well, customer relationship management, right? If you see, this CRM was well known by Civil. This PPM was well known by Primavera, right? So by taking those technologies, it had brought in the better features from those technologies. It inherited those features and built in this Oracle Fusion, right? So as part of this Fusion applications, are you going to get trained? Maybe you are seeing a long list of modules and offerings, right? So do you need to learn all this? No, we are going to get trained only on financial space, right? So for that financials, what are the modules which are in scope, right? So general ledger, again, a general ledger is a repository or the central hub that you call in Oracle Fusion architecture, right? Whatever may be the other modules, your supply chain, SEM, procurement, PPM, even HCM, right? So all the business transactions which are going to get hit into your journals, that are going to get recorded in your general ledger. General ledger is called as an hub in Oracle Financials, right? So what are the other modules that you see? Oracle payables and payments, accounts receivables, fixed assets, cash management, and expenses. These are the modules on which you are going to get trained for the next 3 months. To give you the high level view, accounts payable is going to deal with your payables part. Why the payables comes into picture? Maybe as an enterprise, it might procure some material, or it might procure some of the daily needs of to maintain their offices, right? So for those procurement activity, right, once the vendor supplies those material, the vendor needs to be paid, right? That vendor invoice and the payments things are going to be handled in your accounts payables. What is an accounts receivable then? Accounts receivable is the other side of your business. What is the other side? Obviously, when an enterprise is doing its business, definitely it would, if it is a manufacturing company, obviously it may manufacture, it might have a finished product. Maybe if they are into service industry, maybe they directly procure a material finished product, and the same maybe sold in the open market to have some with some margin, right? So once the, maybe the after the procurement, or maybe after the manufacturing finished product, this has to be sold in the open market, right? Once the product is sold in the open market to the end user, obviously the end user is going to make the payment, right? End user has to be issued an invoice and make the payment. Let's say as a person, you may go into, you may walk in into any shop, right? Any supermarket, you go and procure some material, right? The groceries, whatever you need, you go into the billing counter, obviously you get an invoice, right? For that invoice you will be paying, right? So that entire system is going to be handled in your accounts receivables. But our receivables, accounts receivable major role, along with that invoicing and customer recording the customer payments, it has a major role in deriving what is the revenue which I am getting, generating out of my products, out of my selling activity, right? Company may be dealing with hundreds of items, hundreds of finished goods, right? Let's say if you take as an example of a car manufacturer, maybe Maruti, if you take, they have different types of cars, right? So as a company, Maruti should know which of my product is doing good, right? Which of my product have a more demand, and right, which of my product is giving me the better revenue, better profits, right? Which of my product is not doing well, and to which I can add some promotion to get it a better level, right? This, all this information is going to be driven out of your accounts receivables model, right? So as part of the manufacturing activity, the companies may maintain its machineries, right? They may even have a vehicle for their office transport, right? They may have a building, own building, office premises to maintain their business operations. They may own their manufacturing plants, right? Those all information is going to be get recorded and tracked under your fixed assets module, right? So then what is your cash management? Your, what it is going directly or indirectly, it is going to facilitate some processes for your accounts payable or accounts receivable, where your payables, you are going to make the payments to the vendor, where in part of receivables, customers are going to pay to the company, right? The payments and receipts are going to happen through your banks, right? That banking operations are going to be maintained or tracked under your cash management module, right? So even as a company, as an enterprise, they would know, they would want to know what are the bank accounts I have, what are the balances as I have, whether this fund is sufficient for me to disburse over the period, right? So just give me 1 minute, sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. So the banking information, the picture of your financials, the banking flow is going to get maintained under your cash management module. And to the expenses, right? What is this expenses? As an employee is going to work for the company, right? The employee may travel on a project execution, right? Maybe employee incurs some expenses on behalf of the company. Those can be reimbursed from the company, right? To track those transactions, expense module comes into picture, right? These are the 5 to 6 modules in detail we are going to cover as part of this training, right? So fine, once you are learned these module financials, financial as part of, once you are learned with these modules, once you are ready with the in for hunting, right? You are ready to get an opportunity in the IT open space, right? So what are the companies that where do I see after the course? Maybe after once I'm done with the course, I've done put a good amount of efforts. Now, where do I see after completion of this course? Which company which I can land in, right? So there are different vendors that gets different parties that gets involved in the implementation of your ERP, right? So in my previous slides as well, I have explained there are various ERPs, right? Various ERPs available in the market, and those ERPs are being developed by the vendor. That's what I said, right? So let's say Oracle, it's Oracle Fusion, right? Then you have SAP, right? So these products, these vendors, these the product owners which you call. Okay. So anything, as I said in the beginning of the session, this course, you do not need to develop anything. You do not need to have a coding language. You don't need at all. Even not even 1% coding you need, right? Then who is going to do the code? Question comes, right? That coding part is handled by the product vendors itself. Let's say our Oracle Fusion application is being developed by Oracle Corp, right? So even SAP is being developed by the SAP company, right? So this finished product, what you call as an package, this product is already well developed by these companies. These you call as an product owners, right? So what the product owners will do? Product owners will refine their product each and every year, maybe each and every quarter, maybe monthly, whatever may be their criteria they adopt, right? Accordingly, they will develop the product, right? Once the product is developed, obviously it is going to be available in the market. That is what you see, right? So then where do you see yourself opportunities in this world, right? So either maybe you can placed in these organization in the development of this product, or maybe testing this product, right? And once this product, let's say Oracle Fusion applications, right? So Oracle, let's say Oracle Fusion application is going to be implemented for a client, right? Maybe you hear this term in IT. If any one of your friends or relatives works in IT, right, you would definitely hear the term called client. Who is client, right? Let's say I'm working for TCS, and I say I have a client. I'm working for so and so client, right? Who is that client, right? Client is the company or an enterprise to which this Oracle application is going to be implemented, right? Let's say if you take Apple as an example, right? Let's say Apple decided that they want to implement Oracle Fusion applications to maintain their business processes, right? Then what Oracle will do? What Apple will do? Apple goes and take the subscription from Oracle Fusion, Oracle Corp, right? And this product, packaged product license will be given to Apple, right? Then, as I said, this application, Oracle Fusion application, is a packaged software, right? So what do you need to do as a consultant? Once you don't need to develop anything, but what you are going to do? You are going to configure this application according to the business needs. What is the business? Apple. Let's say if I take example Apple in this case, right? So to fulfill the Apple Alliance's requirements, right? So this application, Oracle Fusion application, has to be configured, right? So who is going to this configuration? That is where the consulting companies comes into picture. This is a client and this is your consulting. right? Who are the consulting companies? Maybe your whatever the IT companies you see in the market, your TCS, Infi, Capgemini, right? Or your Accenture, right? Big Fours, big fours like your Deloitte, PwC, KPMG, EY, right? So these are the companies which you call as an consulting companies, right? So what a consulting company will do is they will hire people like you and me. They will be deployed on the project for which you call as a client. And here we will be using this packaged Fusion application to configure according to the Apple company, Apple enterprise, Apple Inc.'s business requirements. That is what you are going to do as part of your consultant, Oracle consultant role, right? So where you are going to place as an once you have completed the course, right? Where you are going to place yourself? Maybe in one of these consulting companies, right? Maybe as an as a product owner, obviously Oracle keep on develop its product. It refines its product over quarterly basis, right? So obviously it would need some development activity, and once the product is developed, some feature is added, it needs to be tested as well, right? Maybe you placed yourself in Oracle Corp as an a consultant as well, right? And also maybe in client also there will be a role called end user, where the business user is going to use this application to record the business transactions. Maybe you can place yourself as an end user, right? These are the three different types of companies that you see in your Oracle career, and these are the three areas where you can place yourself, where you can see yourself in going forward once you are done with your course curriculum, right? So what are the different projects? What are the different? So once you are, let's say you are hard, you have put your hard efforts, and you after the complete of your course, let's say you are placed in one of the consulting company, right? You started working in one of the company, and company has deployed you in one of the project. What are the different types of project that you may see, right? So obviously you would see implementation project. What is an implementation project? What are the roles? We will see in detail in upcoming sessions, but there is an implementation project where you are going to implement this package in first time, right? Let's say Apple Inc. maybe in some other technology, and now they want to switch to Fusion application, and for that you are going to configure. That is what you call as an implementation project, right? As part of the implementation, maybe you spend couple of months, maybe 5-6 months or 1 year, whatever, right? Once the project is implemented for the customer, right? After the implementation, the product also needs to be maintained, right? Once you buy a laptop in the in from one of the seller, you would also get a service, right? Let's say you buy a Dell laptop, you would also get service warranty for 1 year. But throughout this 1 year, they would provide some services, right? So that you call as a support activity, that support assignments you would see. And there would be another different kind of project that you can see is rollout or an enhancement project. Once the project is go live, well, once the once the Oracle is already implemented for a customer, but as part of their day-to-day business requirement, day-to-day business operation, they want to choose some of the features were not used by the client while implementing, but now they want to use that. Or else Oracle Oracle has added a new feature. Altogether, a brand new feature is being added by Oracle. That has to be implemented for the customer, obviously, if they wish, right? Who is going to do that? As a consultant, you are going to do that as part of your enhancement project, Rollout is more or less similar to implementation. We will discuss about that in detail, right? And testing project. What is a testing? We are learning Oracle Fusion, but I'm talking about testing, right? So testing is basically testing the functionality, right? Oracle Fusion application, as I said, it's a package. It has various. It is going to accommodate various business processes. Whether these business processes which are configured for the customer are working as expected or not, that is going to be done by the task called testing, right? There would be some specific project with the name called testing project. Maybe once you are hired, maybe you will be deployed into your testing project. What you need to do, you need to test the system, test the application, test the business flow, right? So these are about your implementation. These are your project type. Fine. But what is the type of a role that I'm going to I'm going to play after this course, right? There are different types of consultants that you see in, especially in ERP area, right? That you call as in functional, technical, and techno-functional. What is this functional? What is technical? What is techno-functional? Functional is the area where we are looking, where you are going to fit, right? Where you do not need to develop anything. You do not need to write any code. Simple, you are going to configure the application according to the business requirement. You are going to document that, and you are going to test that whether it is working fine or not, right? That is where your functional is going to play a role. Then what is technical? Technical is basically your technical. It requires some technical skills where this is a different streamline altogether. It is a different process. It is a different. It is being it is being the technical consultants. It is a different scope. They will be get trained on different modules, right? Then why did I put this technical and techno-functional? Just to let you know that there are different kinds of roles or consultants that you see on the project. Functional, technical, and techno-functional. Techno-functional is the combination of more of technical with less functional knowledge, that you call as in techno-functional. But after completing your course, you are going to see yourself as a functional consultant in any one of the, as in consulting companies, maybe a product owner companies, right? Then, so this is about your course curriculum, right? So far, I've keep on said this Oracle Fusion, right? How Fusion application looks like, right? So just let me just open the Oracle Fusion application, how it looks like, right? So then I think we will move to the next one. Right? So Fusion application, as it is a cloud-based application. Basically, you don't need to install anything. You will be given a URL, a link to login. Like maybe your Gmail is one of the example, right? You go into Gmail and server, and where you are going to provide your username and your passwords, right? Similarly, each of the user will be given with a URL, and that URL can be used to login, right? So maybe you can, once you are onboarded, right? So once you are on the project, you will be given with a link to you will be given with your user credential to log in, right? This is how your Oracle applications is going to look like, right? This is, what did I do? Did I install anything? Nothing. I simply use the URL which is given to me. Similarly, you will also be given one URL, one username and password for yourself. This is how the application is going to look like. This is the application, and it has various product families. You can see. We will see this in detail in upcoming sessions. But I just wanted to showcase how an application looks like, right? So from the technology from the, this is the agenda I wanted to cover, but why Triotech, right? So as I said in the initial slides, right, the very well trained instructors and the success rate, because of that you would see some success stories, which you call as, and maybe you call it as placement proofs. These are the few students which were placed in various other companies after completing their courses. Maybe you will be placing yourself as an by claiming maybe 2 to 3 years of experience, or maybe you may placed in as an fresher in the organization if the opportunity comes, right? So these are the few success stories which I can show at this point of time, right? These are the few students success stories which you can see on the screens, right, with along with their names, the packages, and the companies in which they got placed in, right? So there are some Google feedback reviews from the students, right? So these are the few logos in which the trained students got placed themselves in the market, right? Deloitte, Accenture, Evosis, Tech Mahindra, PwC, ENY, Capgemini, ECS, right? So once you are enrolled yourself to this course, right? What you are going to get, right? So you are going to get trained for 3 months, which covers for almost 90 hours of training sessions, right? Which are going to be get recorded. Okay, from day one, each of the session is going to be recorded and it will be shared across to you on the same day itself. You can go through the recording and make yourself familiar with what was discussed. If you miss, maybe if you miss any of the session, you can go back to your recording session and you can refer that, right? Even you can use this recording access is going to be given for lifetime, right? So what are the days? What are the days you are going to have session? Monday to Friday, 5 days, 8 a.m. to 9:15 for 1 hour 15 minutes. It is going to be run Monday to Friday. Weekends, I'm not going to disturb anyone, right? So this is going to run for 3 months, Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 9:15 a.m. Right? And what you are going to get? As part of the training, you are going to get trained for 3 months over 90 hours, and you will be given a recorded session access. Along with that, you will also be given Fusion application for your practice purpose. What is the Fusion application which I just shown, right? This application will be given, access will be given for 5 months. 5 months server access will be given. 2 instances will be given. One is the refreshed and one is the non-refreshed. What is a refresh? What is a non-refreshed? We'll see that, right? So bottom line, you are going to get a server access for 5 months to practice yourself on the product, to make yourself comfortable in the application, to make yourself familiar with the concepts. Fusion application access is going to be given for 5 months. And also you will have also get a real-time project assignments, right? You will get the lab sessions also getting done in the as part of your training, right? So along with that, what you are going to get as an additional features, right? You are going to get help on the resume preparations, right? And also you will be getting help. You will get with your interview questions, and you will also be done with your mock interviews, right? On daily basis, you will be assisted with whatever the question and answer that you get out of your discussions, right? You may come across your some questions you might come into your mind, right? Even those also will be answered over a phone or WhatsApp, whatever, right? One-to-one assistance also can be provided, right? So what is the course fee structure? This is for at 25,000. As an early bird option, it is going to be 22,999, 22,999 rupees for this entire course package. Right? So this is all about I wanted to cover, right? So our admin team maybe it would be reaching out to you with the payment links, right? And provide, if any one of you haven't provided your information, please provide that. And also they will be sending the links for payments, right? Please make the payment and confirm to them once it is done. So this is the agenda I wanted to cover for this demo session, right? Now, if anyone has any questions, yes, you can ask now.
Yeah, Thiru. So before getting into questions, team, we have a small announcement. So first of all, thanks for the session, Thiru, and thank you everyone for taking your time to attend the demo. So team, today we have completed a demo, and from tomorrow onwards, we'll be starting a regular sessions. So I just want to re-highlight the course features once more. So basically, team, it's a 3 months training program. So daily, Monday to Friday morning, 8 to 9 o'clock, 8 to 9 a.m. IST, we'll be conducting a live session. So if the people are from any other different time zones, I request everyone to please check the time slot, that is 8 to 9 a.m. IST. Along with that, we'll be giving a 5 months of the Oracle server access to practice the application. And everyday session will be recorded and uploaded to the portal. So whenever if you miss the session also, you can go through that and reach out to us if you have any questions. After the enrollment, we will be giving you a dedicated support number. So the team will be available from morning 10 to evening 6 o'clock. So while going through the videos again or while practicing, if you have any questions also, you can reach out to us. And once the training has been completed, we will be assisting you with the placements. It starts from the resume preparation, interview question and answers will be given, and mock interviews will be taken. And if you can follow our Instagram channel or YouTube channel or like the WhatsApp statuses, every day we will be posting the requirements from our tie-up companies as well. So basically, it's an end-to-end implementation training with the placement assistance. And as Thiru already highlighted, so Thiru, could you please go to the slide number 25? So team, basically the course price is 25,000 plus GST, but only for the today enrollments. That is the to benefit the first day enrollments, we are giving at the price of 22,999 with the 2 months of additional server access, which cost you 6,000 rupees. So I request everyone, whoever interested, please do reach out to us to the number 8179563510, or else you can just simply click on the link that our team is posting over the chat and you can complete the payment to avail this early bird offer. So I would also highlight that from tomorrow we'll be starting a regular sessions. So whoever interested, please do reach out to us and complete the enrollments by today. Yeah. Thank you, team. So now you can unmute yourself and you can ask any questions related to the subject.
Hi, Tirupati. My name is Sham.
Yeah, Shyam, go ahead, please.
I have been 13 years experience in real time and AP and PeopleSoft admin. So I came back from the US. Uh, Thing is that if I go with 6 years experience in Oracle Fusion, so could you train me? So since if most of the people are come from MBA degree, so could you give a much experience, training experience in the same
Yeah,
section?
yeah. Thanks for the question. So it is not that the only MBA fresh graduates that are there in this session. So we have people from who are working on EBS, Oracle applications EBS, which is an on-premise. We have those folks in the today's session as well, right? It is not it is only for covered to mentor only the freshers. So right, so we are going to cover the all the features of the listed modules from the for the financial track, whatever we discussed, the 5 modules, right? So each and every topic, every feature of this application is going to be discussed in detail, and it is going to be executed in the session itself. So it is more, it is way of giving a more information. After the course, you can claim yourself if you put right amount of efforts, right? So if you put right amount of efforts, obviously you can claim yourself at least a 3 to 4 years of experience consultant. As since you said you already have a working experience, obviously it is going to add an advantage, right? So how the corporate environment looks like, right? How you can project yourself, because you are already familiar with that process. That only thing what you need to do, you need to learn what is the Fusion application as a features it offers, right? So if you can get familiar yourself with those features, right, you can claim yourself for an experienced consultant with at least 4 years, I can say.
Should we come to institute, or it's on online only?
Online only. It's online training.
So how would be the section? Like it's in 1 hour, 1 2 hour section?
1 hour 15 minutes, right? As I said, here it is going to be 1 hour 15 minutes from 8 a.m. to 9:15 a.m. IST.
Okay. Are you giving any advanced training on OIC technical wise?
OIC, it is not advanced. I would say it is altogether, it's a different track, right? OIC is something technical that is going to be done.
Yeah,
So for
Thiru, let me
OIC, maybe
answer
you can
that.
reach out to admin. Yeah, please go
Yeah,
ahead.
Sham, like we have a separate training program for that. That is like Oracle Fusion Technical plus OIC, which is not related to this because the financials and the OIC are two different products. So you can reach out to us offline to discuss on that.
Yeah. Thing is that it's actually I'm on inquiry. So thing is, some of them are giving some basic training on OIC and BI, like PSSQL. So will you give same training in this section?
No, Sham,
No,
OIC is not part of this curriculum.
not part of this.
Okay.
Yeah, next question, team.
I have a question. Like we can ask the questions during this session is going. I could see like today there is unmute for everything. So in the future classes, if you have any questions during the session, can I go and ask the trainer?
Yes, obviously,
Okay.
because this is a demo session, right? I mean, if we open the floor, right? So because see the content agenda what we put is based on our experience. I mean, what people comes from different backgrounds, right? So each one will have their own questions, right? When if you are allowed us to complete this agenda, obviously majority of your questions are answered, right? So if still if you have something else to be clarified, maybe that can be addressed at the Q&A session. That is the intent of putting everyone on mute during the session.
Okay.
But for the live sessions, obviously it is, you can ask any at any point of time. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. And I just want to know the fees amount you mentioned 20 like 22,999. This is exclusive tax or inclusive tax? I just want to reconfirm because there's no such information on this. I don't think so. I don't think so.
Satish, it will be like 22,999 plus GST.
Okay. Just be clear on this. Okay. It's better to understand. Thank you.
Hi, I have a question. This is Yamini. Am I audible?
You're low on volume. Can you please bit louder, please?
Yeah. Like I want to ask, I do not have any working experience in AR B2B side. So like this training or these sessions will help me. Like I do not have any current working experience in this particular area.
So working experience, that is fine. I mean, you are going to get trained, but when was your education? I mean, when you are completed your graduation or post graduation, whatever.
It was in 2018.
18. Okay. So I mean, uh, see, there are two ways you can placed in, right? So once you are done with your course, either you can go, if the opportunity comes, right, maybe you can go as a fresher, or you can claim yourself a relatively 3 to 4 years of experience consultant, and you can attend yourself in the interview, right? So that is both options are open for you as well.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, team, I think we are good to close the meeting. So I would request everyone to please do reach out to us and complete the enrollments today to attend the regular sessions from tomorrow onwards. So yeah, let's wind up the meeting. Let's catch up tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you all. Bye bye.